What is the science behind sweets cravings? And what perk supplements can we offer to help?
Well, sweet craving or sugar craving, the most common reason, and really this is the most common reason for people craving sugar, is a lack of vitamin C. Because we're one of the few species on the planet that can't turn sugar, glucose, into ascorbate. We lost that capacity about 2 million evolutionary years ago. And so we really need to take in ascorbate based on the C cleanse. And I would say my clinical experience is that if you take 100 people with confirmed sugar cravings and they say, especially at night or especially at certain times, I reach for something sweet. Okay. If you take 100 of those people, about 2/3, about 65 of them will say, it's amazing, my sugar craving went away when I got the ascorbate I needed based on the C cleanse. Now you're left with 1/3 of the people. There are some people who are conditioned that when they have distress, when they meet a challenge in life, they're conditioned to reach for sugar. They were probably conditioned as children. You can see today on social media children with sweet beverages, with Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, or equivalent in their bottle, where we would prefer to have breast milk, but at least formula and not a beverage, not a sweetened or artificially sweetened beverage, because they both addict the taste, the brain, the digestive tract, are all harmed by empty calorie sugar. So you have 1/3 of the people who have about half of those people, so now you're talking about 15 to 20 people, have a traumatic early history that needs to be healed, not renewed, not rewounded, but forgiven. We need to forgive ourselves and forgive those who traumatized us. And that accounts for an abdominal breathing, 15 minutes of active meditation under a dichromatic green light twice a day, and that handles almost all of that population. So now we have 12.5 or so people left. And there are some people with biochemical individualities where, in addition to ascorbate and polyphenolics, they need magnesium and choline citrate to enrich on a daily basis based on their first morning urine pH. They benefit, as all of these people do temporarily, that is the PERC glucose regulation guard multi-product, that is multi-herb and mineral glycemic control, sugar control product, is helpful for all of these people, helpful for all of them, but you need to get to the cause in each individual case in order to reverse the disposition, reverse the craving. So cravings are very common. They only come in a few major categories. And over the decades, we as biochemists and physiologists, we as those who look for cause, not consequence, have found how to improve the situation. And we improve the situation with PERC glucose regulation guard, with one or another of the zinc products, with the PERC potency guard based on a C cleanse, with PERC repair guard and polyphenolics in some proportion to the ascorbate, the PERC magnesium choline citrate based on first morning urine pH, and getting restorative sleep. Most people are not aware, but if you follow our guidance to get restorative sleep, you're much less likely to have a sugar craving. When the body renews itself during sleep overnight, the excitoneurotoxins that are the reason why some people have their sugar cravings go away. They're removed from the body in urine, sweat, and stool, but only in restorative sleep. You can take a nap, and that's fine if you want to during the day, but that's not restorative sleep. For most of us, it's 6 or more hours with 4 or more cycles of sleep. And in the deepest, the REM, the rapid eye movement component of sleep, which is just a few minutes out of every hour and a half, that's when the supermajority of the hormones and signals come out of the pituitary. That's when these activation molecules to repair and renew flood the body briefly and are used up quickly. And when we try to fool Mother Nature, we end up fooling ourselves. So don't take the same releasing factors that the pituitary squirts out briefly during deep sleep. Don't take those when you're awake, because they have very different effects during the day than during restorative sleep. So follow this guidance, sugar cravings go away. The supplements that I mentioned are all helpful from day one, and you will need less of them over time, especially if you check the hemoglobin A1C or the fructosamine. These are the accurate measures of average blood sugar. If you measure the hemoglobin A1C and the fructosamine, say, every 3 months, you will confirm that people are moving towards their best outcome goal value for hemoglobin A1C, which is less than 5%, because their sugar cravings have gone away, because the cause of the sugar cravings has been removed.